if we're living to see a, because you never know. And it might be our last day. And it's so sad, like you said, if anybody have to put a child to rest. Anybody. So, so sad. Condolences goes out to Cameron's family from that Winston-Salem, North Carolina stab incident. I can't even say stabbing, from that stab incident. To find out, did anybody else hear about that in Forsyth County schools in Winston-Salem, North Carolina? A couple of days ago, the little boy was in a little altercation at the school with another guy, got stabbed and ended up dying right there on the spot. Let me know in the chat below. This is most definitely Mrs. Exquisite Daily Insight today. And I'm telling you, it took me a minute to even get down to the story. Go watch the video if you haven't watched the video that I posted. Tell me your thoughts about it. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. And like I said, you never ever thought in a million years you would bury your child. You would expect your child to bury you. Um, so if you can resonate with this, if you lost a child or know somebody close to lost a child, let us know how they're coping with it. And let us know if you haven't lost one. And we all couldn't say how we exactly cope with it because we wouldn't know until it happened. Don't want nothing like that to happen. Let me say it that way. But I mean, the way this world is coming to now, you got some cruel people out here. Like I said, you can't blame the children. You got a salvation begins and ends at home. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are because this is so sad to even be going through anything like this, especially with the holidays coming up. A holiday to just bypass. And I'm pretty sure they probably went and got that baby Christmas stuff. Or they even celebrate. It don't matter. Your child is no longer here. I don't care if that you have one child, two children, three, four, five, six, seven. It doesn't matter. Each child plays a special part in your heart. And most definitely, you don't show fingertips and none of them because all of them are loved the same. But sometimes you gotta, discipline them a little bit differently because, like I said, some of them get 100% trait from the parent of the mother, some 100% trait from the father, and some get the best of both worlds, and some skip the mother and father and go back to the generation of the grandparents or great grandparents. So it's kind of crazy how this works. And sometimes you can do your best as a parent and raise these babies, and they still go left field because they get out there and give a was buying a home in that area. So I can resonate to that location because I'm like, I would never ever thought something happened like that there. I know they were saying in the past there was probably, a couple of issues with the crime rates there and stuff like that. But I was buying a home there for like 10 years and never had a problem. Not that I'm saying no problem wasn't happening. I mean, no city or state is perfect, right? I mean, stuff was happening, but you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it says home a little bit differently when you can resonate with it a little bit more. Or if you know somebody who went through it, or if you going through it, or you was living in that town that is happening. It's kind of like it sets home a little bit differently. You don't want it to happen nowhere, anytime, anywhere, ever, 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 ever. But when you come from that area and you was living in that area, you thought everything was probably will be fine. Move on to the next. Ain't no serious stuff. But this is serious. If you all haven't watched the video, please, 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 I beg you to go watch the video I posted yesterday or day before yesterday about the incident, about that tragedy, about the stabbing incident. If I could speak this morning, because my thoughts are all over the place. What happened in Forsyth County in Winston-Salem, North Carolina is all over the news. They've been all over the press. They've been coming back and forth. They actually had a newscast about it this morning, having a couple of podcasts, because the family, for Cameron, especially his aunt, she is just all the pieces. It was a little altercation that happened at school with the 16-year-old boy and the 18-year-old boy. The 16-year-old boy was the one who got killed. I should say unalive because I look, like I said, with Mrs. Exquisite getting her insights, her daily insight, I might accidentally say the wrong words, but not trying to. I'm just telling you all my real thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment and how would you handle it. Where the auntie, which I'm kind of vague about. I don't know if he was raised by her or both parents was involved or whatever. But, maybe the parents right now is still, going through a whole lot of, griefs and stuff like that. They can't really come forth and talk, but Auntie is talking. She was saying that what people are coming back saying, even though everybody got all these videos and footage that's been going viral on social media, it has been going viral. I mean, I'm pretty sure you all could go up there and probably find a video from all of the content creators that's posting about this, that's trying to give you the insights. Everybody got the different views. I'm gonna post another video later about another view that I had, and unfortunately, they are talking about on the news, sending love and condolences out to that family. I love that. They most definitely waste time with that. The school officials are apologizing. Like, where was the teachers? Where was custodians? Normally, when kids be doing all that loud talking and hyping up and all this stuff, normally you would have an adult somewhere around. Now, as long as this video was shot, one of the videos was shot for about 3 minutes, about 5 minutes. Then one time, the guy who actually did the stabbing, he left and then came back. I'm telling like, you couldn't find an adult nowhere in sight then. And it's kind of like, I know, because I've been in the teaching industry, and I don't know why my life keep going in and out, but I got to get this out before I even be teary-eyed, because I resonate with this. I have 3 handsome sons. I have grandsons. So I felt that when that happened, and I heard about it on the news, and I saw the little boy look at my profile cover photo. That's his little face. Bless his heart. Precious little baby. And you raise your kids not to believe in retaliation, but you can't let one hurt you neither. You know what I'm saying? Because kids out here are cruel. You never know what's going on in their head. Some of these kids have medication at an early age, if you feel where I'm coming from. And like I said, salvation begins and ends at home. Sometimes in the industry, these kids come to school and they be doing all this crazy mess. Discipline you the best of my knowledge, because you can't touch somebody else's child. You got to do the best you can to at least talk to them in a nice way, because if you say one wrong word, that's whoever they ain't trying to be that mom or daddy. And you know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person from old school. I'm tough skinned. They used to call me the warden. But sometimes, it peeps back into the salvation they have at home. Either, the parents, one or two of the parents, if not both, probably came from a bad upbringing with the parenting. Maybe that mother or father wasn't there. Or maybe they was raised without one. And then sometimes, you got these parents in today's society, they want to be their kids' friends so bad. And it's nothing wrong with that. Because I tell my kids all the time, whenever you have a problem, come talk to me. I know it's going to be for the good, for bad. And I'm going to have to, the big ugly reality. I'm going to have to soak it in. But I'm never going to tell my child, come and talk to me when you're about to have sex. So that shit ain't going to happen. I'm going to just be honest. But I do tell them, come talk to me if you feel like something is wrong, or if you feel like you've been mistreated. Come talk to me. That's what I'm here for. Because I don't care if you're right or wrong. I'm always going to have my child's back. Period. You would never know if that child did something wrong in my eyes, because I'm going to have my child's back. Because guess what? They come from my vagina. So I'm going to most definitely have that back if nobody else has that back. But guess what? When they get behind closed doors, I'm going to tell them about that self. But I'm not going to let you disrespect my child and treat them wrong. Because a lot of teachers now, unfortunately, don't even want to be teachers. They just accepting the job because they just need income. Or they don't have the love and passion for kids, just like the elderly home abuses and stuff. That's a whole nother topic. You got a lot of people just doing it for the money, not doing it for the passion and love. And that's why I tell people to love what you do, regardless of what type of money you receive. You're going to love what you do, and you're going to have passion for it. I have passion. Like I tell people, my main 2 weaknesses are elderly people and kids. Don't mistreat none of them, because they don't know any better. You know where I'm coming from? But somebody my age, like I told them, you can get the business all day, every day. That's a whole nother topic. But it's kind of like, it's sad right now that they're doing an investigation with this case, with all of these videos going viral. And I mean all of them. Go back and watch my video and find some content from there and see if you got enough evidence. Okay? And I'm going to post another one later about another clip that I have. Because like I said, it's got different people up with different views. You had kids up there recording this stuff. I'm like, how do you have the right mind to be up here recording this stuff when you won't see the little boy? Well, he was 18. You know what I'm saying? The one that was 18, had the knife. Why don't you just knock it out of his hand and tell him, no, man, it ain't even worth this. Y'all had to fight. You lost, or whoever lost. It don't matter who lost or who won. Just go ahead and squash it for you to live and see another day. And that's one thing I wish they would bring back in today's society. When we was growing up, we'll have a fight with somebody. That person become your friend either that day or the next day or that same week. Because they seem that they realized that they found somebody that match is not afraid of them. There's somebody they're probably using our team just in case they have problems. But people don't do that no more. they go out here and grab these weapons. They don't want to do anything straight up. And that's what I used to tell my kids. I don't believe in retaliation, but if you see somebody trying to do harm to you, most definitely they're trying to jump you. Most definitely see if you can find something to get them off of you. You feel coming from, even if it's a fingernail file, it's a pencil, a razor, brick, book bag, whatever. Because like you said, this is your life you're playing with. People are crazy. And some men, what I'm saying, if so many people get jumped down, those kids don't even live to see another day. It's just crazy how people are just off in the head. I'm like, I never got into the jumping. Why are you jumping somebody? You don't have that beef with that person. That person has to be. So you're not gonna have the same animosity of getting your lick back like the other person, because the other person don't know. And I don't know why my life keep on ending, but I need her to get this out for end again. Maybe I'm in a bad area, but I'm like, they're not gonna have the same animosity you have, and you're so coward and so much of a punk. You got to get somebody else to fight your battle. Now, why can't it be one-on-one? But I can honestly say that this fight was most definitely one-on-one. With left field. Now, according to reports, where the videos I saw, they had a little altercation the first time when they was fighting. I don't know who won. They didn't even show who won. So I'm assuming probably Cameron, the one who's unalive right now, the one who won, because the other guy felt like that wasn't good enough. He had to go get his licks back, because I guess somebody probably told him, man, that little boy with your tail, or he had the best of you. You know how some people don't like to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So he felt in his initiative. I don't know where the heck he got the daggone knife from. He went back and got a whole knife. And I'm not talking about a regular knife, like a little knife, a little pocket knife. He went and got a whole, like a little butcher knife. I'm like, go back and look at the images I posted, and you'll see where it's circling red. I'm like, that's one of the knives my grandparents used to use back in the day when they was cutting off hog heads and all of this stuff, chicken necks and stuff. That is not a regular knife. If you stab somebody with one of them knives, it's over for you. And all it takes is one. Especially depends on, how small frame that person is, or where you angle it at. Because, even if you try to do it lightly, you can still injure and puncture somebody. Because these clothes them kids be wearing in today's society, they ain't made out of nothing. Half of them try to be so cool when they go to school, they don't like to put on coats. So if they just got them like a little regular hoodie and a little shirt or t-shirt, okay. If you actually go at somebody with any type of knife, especially a butcher knife, you can easily punch them. It's gonna go all the way through the clothes and stuff, especially when you're in the heat of an argument, and you know what I'm saying, and you just like in an uproar, you just back and forth jabbing. That's all it takes. Even the little boy Cameron, he was telling the other kids who was watching, he was like, he's biting me, get off me. He wasn't biting him. That wasn't a damn bite. Go back and watch that video, listen to the words, look at it over and over, and you tell me what your thoughts are. He most definitely wasn't biting him. He was stabbing him. But of course, when they came up to the press today, the family, especially the auntie is fired up. Cameron's aunt, the one that's 16 years old, the little boy who passed away, she is fired up. The parents of the 18-year-old, they say, oh, he didn't mean to do it. Him and Cameron was best friends. They had a little fight between friends. And I'm like, have you seen these videos? You didn't get the chills over this? I'm telling you, I couldn't even watch the video all the way through. First image come through my head was my boys, my grandson. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with kids, period. You ain't even got to have a child to really feel it. I was bothered by it. I couldn't even come up and do my insight on it instantly because of that. She gonna come up and say, yeah, she gonna most definitely come up and say that her son didn't mean to do it. It was just an incident. They was doing foul play because they was best friends. And, that's what friends do. Friends don't try to hurt each other. They most definitely ain't gonna try to bring a big knife to. Who does that to that friend? And if that's the case, don't call the people your friends. That's the reason why I don't believe in a friendship. Shout out to you if you do have somebody that you could truly call your friend, because that is not really attainable in today's society. A lot of people are like mentally ill. Some people just try to be your friend just to bring you down, just to try to get the best of you, or just try to steal your mate, or just try to make you get fired from the job that they wanted. I can keep going from that, because sometimes your friend be the main one to take you out. That's what they say back in the day. Keep your friends closer and your enemies closer. Your enemies closer. Your friends, whatever the case is. Put in the chat what it was. But I know my grandmother used to say it back then. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about back then, but I know what she's talking about today. That's the reason why Mrs. Exquisite, I stay up solely to myself. I don't believe in that friend stuff. When you get a certain age, you shouldn't be saying no friends anyway. Say associate or somebody acquaintance or whatever. You too damn old to be talking about that. But anyway, if that's you, congratulations, you did find the one. You got that unicorn. But they still in school, so they had the right to say friends. But it's no way that my friend, quote unquote, would try to go get an object like that to hurt me. Now I understand, friends, sometimes, if the person get out of pocket, they'll be like, okay, to set that, and they probably have to bop you one a good time to just to calm you down because you didn't really got too far out and you try to figure out what the hell is wrong with them. But this little boy was just chilling against the seat. He wasn't even bothering that boy. He came up to him and tried to get his lick back again. And then that's when he pulled out his little knife and started stabbing the boy. That's not what a friend do. I guess he probably thought that, I don't know why my friend would do this to me and embarrass me like that. You know how sometimes people think that I had, and sometimes these kids be on some other stuff. You got to check your kids. Sometimes them kids be out there popping pills and everything. You never know what's going on with their little boy's head. But anyway, the officials got involved, which I don't like. That's why I had to come up here today and give you my insight before I went off today. I was so happy that justice would be served. I said, now, that is so sad that somebody lost my son right after a major holiday, which is Thanksgiving, right before another major holiday, which is Christmas and New Year's. I bet you would have never ever imagined in a million years, like they said, she had already got him Christmas gifts and everything. Even if you don't believe in Christmas or not, your child is still not here, period. I mean, it's sad. And then the other little boy, I was like, well, he just ruined his life for the rest of his life over an incident at school that they just could have handled, squashing it with their hands, wrestle it out, or whatever the case may be. He done took his whole quote unquote friend's life behind some crazy disagreement. And then they said that the law enforcement got involved, and the parents, especially the auntie, Cameron's auntie, the one that was unalive, she is like all on the police, the law enforcement. They telling her that it's nothing else they can do. Those videos, even though there's a lot of videos put out on social media, they're saying it's still not enough evidence to throw an 18-year-old in jail behind the fight. But the little boy who was 18. Now that let you know people be on stuff. Y'all better check y'all kids. I know if y'all want to be our friends so bad and half y'all probably getting to y'all kids in because y'all be up there doing the drugs with your damn kids. Just to be honest, I hope I can properly say that without getting in trouble. But I need to speak what's on my mind. This is my insight, which is another major no-no. How can you tell your kids to say no to drugs when you doing drugs with them? This is sad. The 18-year-old is in there crying his heart out like shit ain't never happened. Okay, fuck the tears at this point. You need to have some type of justice served. And even though everybody turned in their tapes, even the auntie, because she done went to Facebook, she done went to IG, she done went to TikTok, everywhere to pull all these videos to show to law enforcement. You can see it play by play what happened because a lot of kids were recording. They still said it's not enough evidence, and this little boy loved his best friend to death, that they could not lock the little boy up and send him to jail. Now, you tell me what your insights on that is. That's what I come up here today to let you all know. Cameron justice is being unserved. His auntie is going hard right now, as she should. Like I said, I haven't heard anything from the parents. I don't know what's going on with the parents, but if I find out anything, I'll come back up and let you all know. But this happened at Forsyth County High School in Winston-Salem. I am very... You claim that you don't have enough evidence. Well, you clearly saw the little boy had the knife in his hand. You clearly saw when he went up on the other little boy. Regardless, he should get some type of time. He 18 years old. God, for God bid. Say if he go to school and do it to somebody else, everybody gonna be afraid to fight him at this point. Ain't nobody gonna want to mess with him. He's saying that he done got so many threat communications about people getting him if the law enforcement don't get him. So he's not gonna be able to sleep peacefully. I've seen this happen so much. When it becoming black on black crime and the law enforcement just look at it like nothing, just throw it in the rug. You actually allowing this little boy to be free and saying it's okay to fight with your friends, and you can use a weapon as long as the person don't angle the video where they can see what's happening. You're good. You let that happen to somebody else, I guarantee you they would have had justice served. I'm just saying. I'm really saddened by this. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm very, very devastated because, like I said, my heart dropped down to the bottom when I found out what happened to regular fighting. What happened to people just going to school and getting an education and learning like they supposed to? Period. Why in the heck you coming with a whole bush knife? But they try to say Cameron is the one who bought the bush not the school. It comes from his home. The auntie came up there said, I know 100% fact that did not come from our home because we don't even have knives like that in our house. We have like little small knives with no bush knives. So they think the little boy got from somewhere else. We don't know. Anyway, we got a baby that can't even speak for himself that's passed away 16 years old. Justice needs to be served regardless. This boy is 18 years old. They should have gave him some type of time to show him that even though you had confrontation with your friend that you claiming and you crying behind, you should still get disciplined. I don't give a damn about what happened. You should get disciplined. And you seeing blood leaking, and I still see you fighting this little boy after you see blood. Then you throw him across the bathroom floor like you said, okay, it's a big finale. It's a wrap. I'm going to post that other video. I just been tearing up so much. I try not to post so much. I try to be respectful for the family. But these videos need to go up. So if you got any extra videos, please post them. Send them up. Let everybody know what your thoughts is. Let this go viral for everybody to know that law enforcement is not serving our justice. This little boy, 18 years old, will be walking away free. At this point, he's a young man. The 16-year-old is already unalive and passed away. We can't get him back, but we most definitely need to make sure justice is served because the 18-year-old is most definitely getting communication threats by his phone and stuff where he's reporting into law enforcement. Like, what do you think is going to happen at this point? Do you think somebody want to be your friend? I mean, I don't know. I'm curious. It's just sad. Just let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to post that other video, but go watch the video that I posted and see if, even if from that main video, if you can pick up there's enough evidence that's at least incarcerate the 18-year-old to learn a lesson or be put on some type of detention or something or under watch. They should have did something. They just dropped all charges and said it's not. They must got a hell of a attorney. I don't know what the fuck going on, but I ain't never seen no shit like this day in my life. I have seen it, yeah, when it comes to us, the black on black crime. And that's why I be telling people, how does Black Lives matter when it don't even matter to the blacks? Let me know what your thoughts are. Put it in the comments. We need for this to go viral. We need justice to be served. And like I said, I'm not even asking for the little boy to get any capital murder or nothing like that. Because I'm pretty sure, things that happen so quick, but he should most definitely get some type of time to know that that is not cool. If you fight, period, I don't care if you're your friend or not, you didn't have to do all that because that little boy didn't have no weapon on you. If you got your ass whooped, just take the ass whooping and let us see another day and y'all continue to be friends. Now this little boy's not here to even speak for himself. He's gone. He's like out of here. Right before the major holiday, right before the new year, 16 years old. Didn't even get an opportunity to live to see kids, marriage, a career, any of that. It's sad. Let me know what your thoughts are below. And condolences goes out to Cameron's family. We love you. Hope justice be served. And please, babies, please, 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 if we got anybody in school and high school, y'all love one another and stop this school violence. Stop violence, period. Only time you should, cowards only pull out guns and knives. I know y'all about to get me on this, but I don't even care. If you got to pull out a gun and knife, that means you ain't good with your hands. You can't fight. So set your ass in and stop trying to start shit. Stop trying to grab guns and knives because you feel like somebody's threatening you. That is not a bear about to threaten you. That is not a snake that's about to bite you. That is not nobody who's breaking in your home that's going to threaten you and your family. This is a one-on-one fight. You win some, you lose some, period. Stop going out here doing all that weird stuff because you lost a fight. You bring a gun and a knife, which have nothing to do with it. Go back to the old school. Bring your bare hands. Fight it out the way for you all can live to see another day. I love you all from the top to the bottom. But that's Mrs. Exquisite Daily Insight. You let me know what your insight are. If you got any extra footage you'd like to add, if you got any extra info you'd like to add, please put it below so we can all stay abreast and justice most definitely need to be served. I love you all from the top to the bottom. Until the next time, adios amigo, te amo. Mwah.